Namaste, Kushra. I'm JVN Dr. Sunita Bhati, uh, Department of Science and Technology, Faculty of Education and Methodology, JVWU Women's University. I'm uh, I'm taking the lecture of Advanced Java Programming, and it is our fifth session. And in our earlier session, we have discussed we have discussed about event handling, and we have created two types of program in event handling. Now the third type or third way to handle the events is by anonymous class. So we will discuss in our today's class how we can handle an event by anonymous class. Okay, so let's have a look on this example. First of all, how we can create a frame, and then we add some objects on the frame, and then we handle the event. So what are the steps? First of all, import java.awt.asterisk. Means if you want to create frame window based programming in Java, where you want to create a frame, you want to use AWT components like frame and button text field, then you have to import AWT package. So import java.awt.asterisk semicolon. Now we are importing event package also, because we are handling the event in our program. So next is we are making a class name is a event 3. This is user defined name. We are defining the name of this class, so it can be any name according to you which you want to use here. You can free to choose your class name. Okay, now class is a keyword, and this is the class name. Our class name is a event 3, and it is extending by frame class, because we are creating a frame in this class, so we are extending it from frame class. Means we are inheriting frame class. Okay, uh, in this class we have created a reference object tf, that is of text field class. We have a class text field. This is AWT class text field class. If you want to create a text field component on frame, then you have to create an object uh, of t text field class, object reference of text field class. So in this statement text field class, we are doing, we are creating tf, a reference object for text field class. Now again, in next step, we are making a method, and its name is a event 3, which is same as the class name. So this is a constructor method, and the feature of constructor method is it automatically executes when object is created. Okay, so uh, this is a constructor method, and no argument is passed to this method, because this is blank. Now we are going to start its body by using opening braces. In this methods, first of all, we are allocating memory to our text field tf object, tf reference object. We are allocating memory, allocating space in the memory to our tf object. Tf, and what will be the statement? Tf equals to new text field class name and open parenthesis space semicolon. This is the syntax. Okay. Here new keyword is used to allocate space in the memory to tf. Now we are calling set bound method for TF object. So we actually what we are doing here, we are assigning 4 values here. We are passing 4 arguments. We are setting the distance from x-axis and distance the as 60, distance from y-axis is 50, and width of this TF text field object and height of this text field object. So we are setting the bounds of TF component of object. Now the next is we are creating a button object B. Okay, button is a class, B is object name equals to new button, and we are passing argument, string argument, click me. So in this statement, what is going to be performed? A B object, button class object B is created in the memory, and its label is click me. Now B object is calling set bounds method, and we are setting its bound. 4 arguments are there. Distance of x-axis is 50, distance from y-axis is 120, and distance from width is 80 and height is 30 for B button. Okay, now B button is calling add action listener method, and we are passing new action. We are passing object new action listener class. Action listener क्लास का हम ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ पे पास कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, बिकॉज क्योंकि हम सेम क्लास के अंदर ही जहाँ पे वो बटन डिक्लेयर हो रहा है, बन रहा है, उसी के अंदर उसका एक्शन लिसनर मेथड बना रहे हैं. तो उसको बनाने के लिए अभी तक हमने 2 एग्जांपल जो पढ़े थे लास्ट क्लासेस में, उसमें तो हमने क्या किया था कि सेम क्लास, फर्स्ट एग्जांपल में तो सेम क्लास में बनाया था, लेकिन इस फंक्शन के अंदर नहीं बनाया था, कंस्ट्रक्टर मेथड के बाहर बनाया था फर्स्ट वाले एग्जांपल. और हमने सेकंड एग्जांपल पढ़ा था, उसमें तो जो आपका ये लिसनर मेथड है वो हम अलग ही क्लास में बनाया था, सेकंड क्लास में बनाया था, आउटर वाली क्लास. लेकिन यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम जो इवेंट को हैंडल करने जा रहे हैं वो यहीं के यहीं हैंडल कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पे हम लिसनर ऐड कर रहे हैं बी ऑब्जेक्ट के साथ में बी डॉट एड एक्शन लिसनर, और यहीं पे हम उसका एक्शन भी परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. दिस इज द थर्ड टाइप, एनोनिमस क्लास, जावा इवेंट हैंडलिंग बाय एनोनिमस क्लास. इसलिए इसको एनोनिमस क्लास भी बोल रहे हैं, क्योंकि यहीं के यहीं इसको हैंडल कर रहे हैं हम, इसी क्लास के इसी फंक्शन के अंदर इसको हैंडल कर रहे हैं, इवेंट को यहीं हैंडल कर रहे हैं, इसका लिसनर हम यहीं बना रहे हैं, ठीक है. सो हाउ वी क्रिएट listener here. So first of all, B object is calling add action listener method and passing argument as object of action listener, new action listener. Action listener is a class. This object we are passing this we are passing this new action listener method. Now what is going लेटर, देखिए यहाँ पे आपने ये एड एक्शन इसमें पास किया और साथ ही के साथ में इसकी बॉडी बनाई और इसकी बॉडी के अंदर आपने एक्शन परफॉर्म मेथड भी डिफाइन कर दिया. मींस एड एक्शन लिसनर मेथड बी ऑब्जेक्ट कॉल कर रहा है एड एक्शन लिसनर मेथड, और इसी के मेथड के अंदर ही आपने सब कुछ डिफाइन कर दिया, इसका एक्शन भी परफॉर्म करा के. कैसे कराया, न्यू एक्शन लिसनर मेथड, जो न्यू एक्शन लिसनर क्लास है उसके लिए ये मेथड, उसकी बॉडी बनाई एंड उसके अंदर ये मेथड डिफाइन किया, एक्शन परफॉर्म, पब्लिक वॉइड एक्शन परफॉर्म मेथड कॉल कराया, और इसके अंदर टेक्स्ट फील्ड डॉट टीएफ डॉट सेट टेक्स्ट किया हमने, हेलो स्ट्रिंग सेट कर दी. ये एक्शन परफॉर्म होगा जब आप बी बटन पर क्लिक करोगे. ओके, दिस एक्शन परफॉर्म function is closed here, closing braces, and this closing braces is of action listener method, and this is the opening parenthesis, the closing parenthesis for this add action listener method, and now semicolon. So this is the statement, this is the complete statement. This is the complete statement of calling of add action listener method, b dot add action listener method. ये कंप्लीट इसका कोड हुआ, इस तरीके से इसको लिखना है, ठीक है। तो यानी कि हमने सेम क्लास के अंदर और सेम फंक्शन जहाँ पे हम बटन बना रहे हैं और ऐड एक्शन लिस्टनर मेथड, वहीं हमने इसको इसका जो एक्शन है परफॉर्म करा दिया। क्या एक्शन परफॉर्म होगा इवेंट होने पर, पर्टिकुलर इवेंट होने पर क्या एक्शन परफॉर्म होना चाहिए, तो वो यही डिफाइन कर, ठीक है। नाउ द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज, नाउ अब हम क्या कर रहे हैं, जो बी बटन है उसको ऐड कर रहे हैं फ्रेम में। ऐड मेथड इज कॉलिंग हियर and we are passing b object. B means button object, semicolon. Again add method is calling and we are passing tf text field into this add method. What add method is doing, it is adding b object means button object and text field object to the frame window. Okay, now we are setting the size of frame 300 by 300. This is in pixel, and set layout is null because we are not using any layout manager here. Set visible, now we are calling set visible method as and passing argument true because we want to show our frame window on the screen, so set visible method should be true. Okay, this statement should be written here. It is compulsory, and it is compulsory because you want to show. It is compulsory. If you pass it here to true, your frame window will appear on the screen, or if you pass here false, then frame window will not appear on the screen. Okay, so this is all about this constructor method. Now in this constructor method we have created a frame, button, text field, and then we added button and text field into frame, and we are showing this frame on the screen. Okay, and also we have added action listener method to the button. If any event happens on the button, then this action listener method is called automatically and action performed accordingly, which we have written in this action perform method. Okay, so our next step is, this method is completed, and after this method we have to create a main function. Main function is very essential function in Java program. Without main function your program will not be executed. So how we create public static void main, and we have to pass string arguments. String is a class and args is array, string type array. Now we are starting the body of the main function, opening braces, and we are making an object here, new a event 3 of a event 3 class, semicolon, and then we are closing the body of this main method, and then after that we are closing the body of the body of our a event 3 class. When this program will execute, जब ये प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट होगा, सबसे पहले कंपाइलर क्या करेगा, इस मेन मेथड को सर्च करेगा। तो मेन मेथड में आपने क्या किया, ए इवेंट क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया है, और जैसे ही ए इवेंट क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट बनता है वैसे ही कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल होएगा, ए इवेंट कंस्ट्रक्टर, ए इवेंट 3 कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल होएगा, और ये सारी प्रोसेस जो भी हमने ऊपर पढ़ी थी ये एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगी, और आपकी विंडो बन के तैयार हो जाएगी। आपकी फ्रेम विंडो स्क्रीन पर अपीयर हो जाएगी, और जैसे ही आप बटन पर क्लिक करेंगे तो टेक्स्ट फील्ड के अंदर हेलो लिखा हुआ आ जाएगा। तो इस तरीके से हमने एनोनिमस क्लास के जरिए इवेंट हैंडलिंग करी। नाउ आवर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज जावा AWT बटन। ओके, बिकॉज we are learning about AWT classes, so our next topic is Java AWT button. Button is a AWT class. Okay. The button class is used to create a labeled button that has platform independent implementation. The application result in some action when the button is pushed. What is the meaning of this statement? If you want to create a button, okay, on your frame window, you have to use button class, and you can also put a label on that button, and it is platform independent. Okay. And if you want to perform some action, some event, then you can uh, push the button, and you have to handle the event by creating action listener method and all. Okay. Now we are taking an example how you can create a button in a Java program. Well, it is very simple program. Okay. So what are the steps? We are importing AWT package java.awt.ls. Now we are creating a class, public class button example. Class name is button example. Okay, you are free here to set your class name to give your class. Okay. Now in this class, we are making main method, and in this main method, we are creating a frame object. Frame is a class. F is object of this frame class equals to new frame button example. We are giving here button example string value is you are making a first of all new keyword is creating a frame object F, and giving it and allocating the space to it in the memory. Okay. And its title, frame title will be button example. Title of the frame is button example. Okay. So here we are creating a frame object F. Now in the next step is, but we are creating B button object using button class. So button is a class, single space, B is the object of that class equals to new keyword, and button is again class name, and we are passing click here string value. This is the label of the button. Okay. Now B button, we are calling set bounds method for B button, B object, and the setting bounds 50, 100, 80, 30. 50 is a distance from x-axis, 100 is distance from y-axis, and this this is used to set the position over the frame window. Okay, and this is the width of the button B, and this is height of the button B. So next step is, now we are adding this B button into frame F. What is the statement? F dot add. Add method is calling by F frame object, and we are passing B button into it. So what is going to be performed here? Here this B button is going to be added to the frame F. Now we are setting the size of frame 400 by 400. Width is 400 and height is 400 of frame. This is the size of frame. Now F frame is calling set layout method null, because we are not using any layout method manager, so this is null. Now frame window is calling set visible method, and we are passing true because we want to show this frame window on the screen. So set visible method should be true. So we have written f dot set visible method. So now we are closing this main method, and after we are closing our button example class. When you will execute this program, the main method executes step by step, and a frame appears on the screen, and a button, uh, a frame, in that frame, a button uh, will be appear, uh, and its label is click here, and the title of the frame is button example. Okay, so what will be the output? The output will be like this. Okay, so this is all about our today's class. uh, uh, in our today's class we have learned about event handling, action listener, using action listener action perform method in anonymous class, and in our later example we have discussed about how to create a button using button class. Okay. So if you have any query about our today's session, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number 907915139. Okay, and this session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, JVWU with Thank you.